Creating that curb appeal to have your buyers fall in love with your home at first sight. This is chapter 4 of the How to Sell Homes Fast for Top Dollar. So I'm going to make a couple of quick points here, then you can dive in and read it and ask your questions. But the focus here is just making sure that your home looks as good as possible, because then your buyers will be willing to pay top dollar. You've probably seen those "We Buy Ugly House" signs out there. Those are typically put up by investors who want to pay 70% of the value that your house is worth so they can buy it cheap, fix it up, upgrade it, and then sell it for a profit. So the more you can do to make your house look good and attractive to buyers when they're driving up to your home, the more you can, the higher price you can command for your home, right? So they may have read the description about your home online, and then they drive up and they're like, wow, this is even better than we expected. This looks amazing, just as they're driving up. Or they may look at it and be like, that wasn't as great as we expected from the description. We expected something better. So that making sure the visual aspect of the exterior of your home makes it look nice, makes your home look safe and secure, and makes it look inviting, so they want to step inside and see what it looks like inside. So that's what we're going to talk about in this chapter. Let me go ahead and flip through here. There are a couple of lists, things that you can do to make sure that your home, the curb appeal, is up to par. Some other considerations in creating a great curb appeal. So just making sure that grand entrance leading up to your home attracts your buyers. They like it when they walk up to it. They want to go inside, and when they get inside, they want to make you an offer and pay you the full value of what it's worth. An interesting case in point here, I recently did a signing down in Sarasota, and there was some kind of rift between the buyers and the sellers that had to do with the date of the closing and the time the buyers could move in. So I know they weren't real happy with each other. I signed with the seller first in the real estate agent's office, and she was just gushing about how wonderful her home was, all the things she had done to fix it up, and how she had this beautiful garden. And when I got to the house to sign with the buyers, they were not happy. And there had been some kind of issue as well with the funding of their money and the documents not getting processed right away that didn't have anything to do with the buyers. It wasn't their fault. But there was some kind of issue with the bank. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember that they were told they had to get out of the house. They couldn't, because they had already signed the documents and they were getting ready to move their stuff in. They had to lock up the house, walk outside, and then sit outside until whatever happened that needed to be resolved got resolved. And I just remember they were talking, I was standing to the side. The real estate agent had ordered pizza for them, so we were all just standing around eating pizza, waiting to make sure that everything, documents were okay, to hear word back from the lender. So I was just waiting around to make sure everything was okay before I took off back up the road, because it was about an hour's drive to where I needed to go to drop off the documents. So I typically just wait around to make sure that they are signed, everything's okay, there's no issue. So that way, if I did get back and there was an issue, then I wouldn't have to drive back down there. So I was just chilling with them, hanging out, eating pizza, listening to their conversation as they were talking about the home, making observations. They were looking at everything, and they weren't impressed at all with the garden. So just something to keep in mind as you think about your home, everything you've invested in it. Looking at it from somebody else's point of view, they may not be so impressed with your choice of plants. They weren't happy with the kind of plants, the kind of mulching used, the issue that it was going to cause with all of the roots underground and everything they were going to have to do to basically rip it out. So as you think about your curb appeal, the moral of the story, what I'm trying to say is, don't just look at it from your perspective. As you're talking with other people, as you're talking with a real estate agent, and they make suggestions, take those to heart, not as a criticism. You know, you may have chosen a decoration for your home, a look for your home that you liked, that was nice at one point in time, but now with modern updates and changes in decoration and interior design, in people's tastes may be different than yours. They may not be quite what you expected. So if you hear people make comments that you don't like, don't let it hurt your feelings. Don't be upset. Just realize that there are differences of opinion. And the main thing you want to do is make sure your home has that curb appeal effect, that curb appeal that will attract the right buyer for your home. So just take to heart what other people are saying. Real estate agents are telling you what you need to do to get your home ready to get that curb appeal perfect to attract your buyers. So with no further ado, hop on in, read the chapter, and if you have questions, make sure to ask them. I'll be happy to answer them for you. It'll allow me to update the content, improve it, make it better for you and future readers, and I will see you in the next section.